Hello and welcome to Kelly Loves K-Pop. I am Kelly. Today we're going to do a check-in on Lucas from WayV and NCT. It was brought to my attention that in my ideal partner reading, I forgot to do a check-in. I think because that reading ran so long, it felt like my normal 30-minute time was up. And I was like, yeah, that's normal. And then someone brought it to my attention that, like, do you not do the check-ins anymore? And I was like, oh, well, I know that's something everyone wants, so I better get to that. So I'm sorry to make you guys wait so long. I have done previous Lucas check-ins. I think I've done multiple of them at this point. I'll make sure that they're linked throughout the video. You can also, it'll be in the playlist at the end of this. I probably should make a Lucas playlist on his own at this point. So maybe I'll also make sure that's at the end of the video for you guys in my ending card. So yeah, be sure to check that out. I am still getting over a cold, so I apologize if my voice sounds muffled or if I forget to edit out any coughing. I'm doing my best to keep the content up for you guys, but I went on vacation and yeah, I just came back a week and a half, 2 weeks ago, and it was, some long travel days, and they just took it out of me and wore me down, I guess. So yeah, we're gonna go ahead and check in on Lucas and see how he's doing. I know a lot of you guys are still worried about him. I know in my most recent, I guess it's almost 6 months ago at this point, Lucas check-in, I was saying he was still on timeout, but it looked like they were holding out some kind of carrot of his songs still coming out. And, that it felt like he still had hope. So I'm going to see where they're at now. I know there was a comment made by some of the WayV gang that as far as they were concerned, they had not lost a member. I just don't know if that was just them showing their moral support or if they know something we don't. So we're going to find out. I'm going to look into that. So first off, we're just going to ask, how is Lucas doing? How is Lucas doing? How is he feeling these days? How is Lucas? Whoa, okay. Whoa. Let me take these back, but we'll take that. The Tower in reverse. That is usually kind of a good sign. It means the worst might be over for him. 10 of Cups. Ten of Cups makes me a little worried that he's still not happy. It's also the end of a cycle. Five of Wands. These are all endings. It's the endings of a lot of things. Five of Wands is about chaos. A lot of people in his business. This is rebirth. And the Lovers. This is a separation, though. The Lovers can quite literally mean contract ending. A lot of times it talks about the marriage contract, but it could mean any contract. All these cards are in reverse. I swear you saw me shuffling the deck here, so. Yeah, work's still at a stop. And go the Star. It's strange, all this kind of negativity and kind of a bad luck, but there's still faith. Like, again, there's still this hope in him. The Magician in reverse, so in the World. again, I feel like there's this, even though everything bad, like, I feel like he still worries that, like, everything around him is going to be considered negative, and that he had to give up a lot. There may have been some silent renegotiating of his contracts, because sometimes scandals, dating before the bans are lifted or anything like that, sometimes that can be a breaking of their contract. So it could have been that that's all had to be renegotiated quietly. So I'm a little nervous that that's probably been what's taking some time. Because the Magician also talks about like solo power, but it's between the star and the world, which is faith and manifestation. So while things are out of his hands, he still feels like a comeback's possible. Like, he personally feels like a comeback is possible. And we still have the rebirth card and the Tower being like the worst of it is over. Chaos is, he's coming out of chaos. But there's still, he's still not finding, I want to say, not being put to work. You know, this kind of talks about it's not yet time to sow your crops, literally. There's a little bit here that talks about waiting for the right moment. Again, I keep feeling like they're gonna try to find a way to work him in where it's not in people's face. Like, it's like they're waiting for that moment. I don't know if they'll release Jalapeno as like a B-side on a WayV album and leave his vocals in and see what people think about that. I don't know, but he has hope of something coming out. Like, literally, although it's not his, like, it feels like he's not actively a part of it, he still feels hope that something of his is going to reach a broader audience. So I think ultimately this hope, this star card, is really important as far as how he's feeling. Like, things have gone bad, things are kind of not in a great place, but the worst may be over. It's time to renegotiate, figure out how he's going to come back or be reborn in the light. But I think he has hope that that will happen. So let me go ahead and see here. Will Lucas be on the next WayV project? Will Lucas be on the next WayV project? King of Wands. Oops. Okay. King of Swords. Page of Swords. Ten of Swords. Again, I keep seeing this like hint at him. He's not an active participant, but there's hints. There's like a hint to him where his name is listed still somewhere. Yeah. Because that Ten of Swords talks about the end of kind of that boot on your neck, that's it's still the ending of a cycle, but it's finally coming out of the negativity. And the 10 of Cups. So either, again, WayV's going to talk about him again sometime in the next promotion, or there's going to be a nod to him saying that they still are waiting for him. But the King of Wands in reverse makes me feel like he's not active in that still. It just feels like he's like still in the wings. Like they have to find out how the public feels. But so for the King of Swords, you know, when they talk about directionality, he's literally pointing at him like, hey dude, like you're right there, even though you're not with us, like he's right there. Something about him will be like, his presence will be there even if he's not, kind of. Let me see on the next NCT thing too. Will Lucas still be an active member of NCT? That's just a mess. That's just a mess. Every once in a while, my hand muscles just give up and I drop whatever is in my hands. I hope that's not saying anything here. All right, so will Lucas be a part of NCT in the future still? Will Lucas be a part of NCT in the future still? What cards want to jump? The Seeker. This is something that's specific to this deck, so I'm going to hold this aside and see how it fits. Because this is usually talking about the... Well, it's a significator for the person asking the question, so this can be a Lucas significator. We have the Six of Cups, which is nostalgia. Yeah, you know, it's not the same as it was. I can't sing it or I'll get copyright claimed, but you know what I mean. Yeah, something about things have changed. Strength in reverse. It's an impatience. Again, there's a legacy here. There's a growing... Part of me worries that he is in the past for NCT. But then again, NCT as a whole, I kind of feel like if you're not in 127 or Dream, NCT is kind of hard to pin down for anybody being active. I kind of worry that the NCT program after this NCT Hollywood debut is going to start falling apart for them. Because rotational or graduating members never works out well. You'll eventually get a lineup people don't like and it'll just die. Let me see some more. Lucas. Will Lucas be in any NCT projects in the future? What's that King of Wands again? and the High Priestess. This is really hard to say because there's nostalgia and like a lack of patience with the situation, but it's almost like he's still a part kind of the legacy. Like I think he's still listed again with them. There is some planning here. Like to me, this is offering of things, but ultimately like this is kind of an imbalance. Now, this could be two people directly affected or affecting him in this. I don't know if there's a woman who's ultimately in charge of the NCTs. The what do they call them? I know there's a word that they call the NCT kids, but my brain is failing me right now. So I don't know if ultimately she decides to have him do his own thing. I don't know. It's weird. This is something, it's like they can't agree. Again, there's a renegotiation happening, I think, for him. There is something offered to him, though. I'm gonna ask, I don't ask for a clarifier too much, but let me ask for a clarifier on these King of Wands and High Priestess. Again, it's like it's something offering him less than he wants, but this is a very like take it or leave it. Like this is what you get. I don't know, the NCT thing is really confusing. It's like there is an offer, but this, I feel like the NCT thing is really treating him like he's not very important. And it's like, it's not very much, but if you want it, you can have it. And I don't know if it's like, it's just offering him on the next like big NCT album to have a small part, but not any like big upfront. It is like feeling like they're pushing him. If he's going to participate, he will be very much of a background member. I keep getting that. And I feel like it's going to stay that way until they get notice from the public that he's being well received again. I mean, I really feel like it needs to be a one-host situation where the fans need to be very, very loud about him coming back. Like, daily trending if you want him back. Because I just think SM feels like all of those boys are expendable. Let me just ask that. If demand is great enough, can Lucas come back to like a upfront member? Okay. Page of Wands. Yeah, like starting again. Like he has to start like again from the beginning. Yeah, I just think SM feels like with NCT, it's whoever has the loudest fans is going to get the most traction. Unless it's Mark, because they need Mark. They just point blank need Mark. But yeah, I feel like if y'all want Lucas back, you need to rattle the cage. Like, you need to send the trucks, you need to do the daily trending, you need to send the letters, you need to do, you need to be very loud, because right now I think they're dangling carrots in front of him, saying, well, we maybe could, if you go viral, or, I mean, there's some kind of weird offer in there that's like, if you get enough attention, maybe you'll come back. So I keep seeing like an opportunity for him. But I just think you guys, you need to be clear and constant with your badgering for him to come back. Otherwise, I think he's just going to get minimal effort and then left out there, like, truly. So I am a little worried for him, because I think they're trying to, they're gonna just worry about what keeps the NCT vehicle moving forward. And anybody who becomes a problem or a scandal is easily pushed aside. So if you guys want him, you need to fight. Unfortunately, that's going to be the only way. So yeah, that's my Lucas check-in. I tried to go over and above to make up for forgetting it. So thank you for your patience with that. I hope you guys enjoyed it. And also, I hope you guys have a lovely day, and I'll see you again soon.